Everybody make some noise for Dina-Nicki! Let her hear
Except for Sheba, isn't she lovely? Lovely and funny. Okay, everybody, I have to organize my water and my special water. Okay. First of all, I have to say, bear with me. Just moved back to New York from LA, and like I'm still kind of just fucked up in that weird mode of, you know, not getting it together. Just dyed my hair back brown, was blonde, took my fake boobs out. I know, took them out. And, but anyway, so I just came back, and everybody was saying to me, how could you leave? How could you leave LA with that great weather? It's so pretty. And then you go to New York and you have to deal with that rain and snow and stuff. You mean weather and stuff? I mean, that's called weather. Well, maybe if I wasn't as, you know, if I was as vapid as you, I would stay here, but I've decided to leave instead of dealing with assholes like you every day. Because you're a moron. But anyway, so the mantra in LA is, the weather is great, therefore so is my life. And I'm not kidding. It's like, okay, that's not too vapid to base your life around the weather, but maybe I'm being judgmental, so I'll give this a shot. So, all right, my boyfriend just broke up with me, and for another guy, so that was great. And yeah, that was only like the third time that happened. And then, you know, I might, you know, be pregnant, okay, whatever. But I said, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna go lay out by the pool all day, and I'm sure everything's gonna be okay. So I went out, and I was by the pool all day, and you know what? By the end of the day, my life still sucked. But you know what? I had a great tan, and I looked really good. And that's all that really matters in LA. But I only look good for the moment, because in 5 years, I'll have a leather face, and really, then it just defeats the purpose. But the best thing about LA is that you can buy alcohol. Not wine, not beer, that's not alcohol for those of you, sorry, not alcohol. You can buy real alcohol anywhere in Los Angeles, okay? So there is nothing better than being able to go to the grocery store and getting bean sprouts, because I'm healthy, bean sprouts, fruit, a couple of Mylar balloons for my friend's daughter's birthday the next day, condoms, and a bottle of vodka all at 1 in the morning. It's just convenience. That is what is beautiful about LA. Yes. So, speaking of condoms, yeah, I didn't get, you know, I was a very responsible person in Los Angeles because they have this big thing about drinking and driving. And I do drink and drive, but I don't drive drunk, and there is a difference, okay? But then I decided I'm getting old, and I was like, oh, by the way, the outfit, let me just tell you, when you're over 25 in LA, you have to dress like a hooker stripper just to get attention. And then I just realized, well, I'm in New York, I need a wardrobe now, I don't have to look like this, you know, I can, you know, so now it's a little embarrassing, it's like over 35, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty embarrassing, so excuse me, I have to buy some clothes, I need to go shopping. So, anyway, so I wasn't getting, you know, I'm too old to go to clubs, I don't want to go to bars, I don't want to get laid, so what I started doing was fucking guys in my building. Now, don't judge, you know what? It was a big building. And it wasn't all at the same time, it was different periods of time throughout a few years, and none of them knew about each other. So it was all great. And then the best thing about it was, okay, forget about, you know, just being responsible, no driving. No walk of shame in the morning. No. I can be dressed like this, go trotting down the hall, 4 in the morning, get to my apartment, and I'm there. You know, it's not daylight, whatever. So, jokes like this, well, first of all, I'd like to say something. I'll tell you a little about myself. I am Greek, and there's a stereotype about Greeks that I've gotten all my life, okay? And that is that guys always hear I'm Greek, and I have a relatively decent ass. You know, I don't have anything else going on, but I got a little ass. So they always say, "Wow, you're Greek. Wow, you must take it up the ass." And I'm like, really? Okay, no, where'd that information? How do you process that? It's like, because really, if you want to get into it in history, hun, the men were fucking the other men up the ass, okay? Not the women. So, I have to tell you, for any of you I may see later, I do not take it up the ass. I just look like I do, okay? But don't be deceived. The look, no. So my dad decided he didn't want me to use my last name because he's a retired diplomat, and he actually thought that somebody's going to come into a club in Los Angeles and go, "Oh my God, it's so-and-so's daughter." I was like, "Dad, are you fucking kidding me? You live in DC, I live in LA, nobody knows who the fuck you are. And for that matter, nobody remembers who you are in DC either. And by the time anybody knows who I am, you'll be fucking dead. So get over yourself." Okay? And he actually, to his credit, would laugh at that joke. But the sad thing is, he did just die. Yeah. But the even sadder thing is that still nobody knows who I am. Yeah, that's the worst part. So, back to the diplomat. My dad, my family was really proper. My mother was, and she just like doesn't pay attention to me performing, like doing comedy. She says, "I will never see you perform," because she's humiliated by me. So anyway, I'll end on this. I'm being turned off. I'm ending on this. Can I end on the one joke? Okay. So we used to have. It's like, that's a harsh way to get off the stage. Shut up, bitch. We're turning the mic off. Okay. So we used to have these lavish parties, okay, with ambassadors and stuff, and I wasn't born in this country, and I was like this little dancing little monkey, and I used to serve hors d'oeuvres, and I was like, you know, the cute girl who just did everything, performed and whatever, and I started getting bored with this. So when I was about 14, I started blowing ambassadors in the kitchen. And then one day, my mother walked in, and she caught me, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is not good." And she says, "Dina, what do you think you're doing?" And I was like, "I'm entertaining the guests, Mom." And she says, "Oh, okay, really? Well, did they enjoy themselves? Because in my mother's world, as long as everybody's fucking happy and she's having a great party, you know, they think she's wonderful, she doesn't care. She's just happy with that." So I was like, "Yeah, Mom, everybody's happy," and I made $50. So it was a win-win situation. Thank you. I'm Dina-Nicki. Thank you all.